Hi friend, glad to see you on my channel. Here I'm talking about the latest and high-profile show business news. I will be very pleased if you subscribe to my channel.
Jeff Beck, one of rock's greatest guitarists, dies at age 78. The musician, an innovator who played a crucial role in the development of blues rock, became, suddenly, ill with bacterial meningitis. He was one of the greatest guitarists in rock history. Elegant, even when he used distortion, innovative, decisive in the evolution of blues rock. In Rolling Stone magazine's list of the greatest guitarists in history, he ranks 5th, behind only Jimi Hendrix, 1st, Eric Clapton, 2nd, Jimmy Page, 3rd, and Keith Richards, 4th. He was 78 years old, and according to his family's official Twitter account, the musician became, suddenly, ill with bacterial meningitis. He died in a hospital near his home, a country estate in the south of England. One of the first to say goodbye to him was Led Zeppelin founder Jimmy Page, who wrote on his social media, "The six-string warrior is gone, so we can marvel at the charms he could weave around our emotions." Jeff could deliver music from an ethereal world. His unique technique, his boundless imagination. Jeff, I will miss you and your millions of fans. Rest in peace. Beck, born in Wallington, England, in 1944, created his legend in the 1960s and 1970s. First with the Yardbirds and then with his own band, the Jeff Beck Group. The Yardbirds will go down in history as the band that featured three great six-stringers, Eric Clapton, Jeff Beck and Jimmy Page. Constantine II was the last king of Greece, who ruled until the monarchy was abolished in 1973. Constantine spent several of his young years in exile in Africa, having fled Greece during World War II. His family was able to return in 1946. At the age of 20, Constantine won a gold medal in sailing at the 1960 Summer Olympics in Rome. Upon the 1964 death of his father, King Paul I, he became king. In that same year, Constantine married Princess Anne-Marie of Denmark. His reign was marked by upheaval, and in 1967, a dictatorship was installed after a coup. Constantine was exiled to Rome, where he remained king until the monarchy was formally abolished with a 1974 vote. Though he still styled himself as King Constantine II for the rest of his life, the former king recognized the Hellenic Republic and didn't fight to regain his crown. The family lived in London for many years before returning to Greece in 2013. Constantine was second cousin to Charles III, King of England, and godfather to William, Prince of Wales. Tatiana Patitz was one of the original supermodels who rose to fame in the late 1980s and early 1990s. Died in California of breast cancer at the age of 56. A native of Germany, Patitz began modeling as a teen in the early 80s. Her profile rose when she was photographed by Peter Lindbergh, 1944 to 2019, in 1988 and again in 1990 for a famous British Vogue cover shoot. The 5 models on that Vogue cover went on to star in the video for the George Michael, 1963 to 2016, song, Freedom. 90. The video was influential and helped launch the era of the supermodel. The tall and curvy Patitz became a symbol of statuesque beauty at a time when waifish models were popular. She modeled widely for fashion houses including Chanel, Versace, and Valentino, as well as on magazine covers and in commercials for Revlon, Levi, Pantene, and other brands. After studying acting while she worked as a model, Patitz appeared in movies including Rising Sun and Restraining Order. My advice for young women in modeling is to have fun. Be creative and inspired. Follow your gut. If you have other passions in life, nurture them because the modeling business can have some dry spells here and there. From an interview for As If. So saddened to hear of the passing of #Tatiana Patitz, below center. One of the originals, her eyes possessed a deep mystery and exotic beauty. One of the best. I adored her beauty, grace and style. She was definitely my favorite of all 90s supermodels. Such sad news. I can't believe it. Oh no. Just seen that Tatiana Petites has died, only 56, one of my favorites of the supermodel era. Always remember her in this Bizance advert. Freddie Roulette was a blues musician known for his unusual use of the Hawaiian lap steel guitar. A native of New Orleans, Roulette grew up in the Chicago area and began playing steel guitar in local clubs in his teens. By the mid-1960s, after serving in the U.S. Army for 3 years, he was touring and recording with Earl Hooker and Charlie Musselwhite. After relocating to San Francisco, Roulette released his solo debut in 1973, Sweet Funky Steel. He continued recording and performing, solo and with musicians including John Lee Hooker, Harvey Mandel of Canned Heat, and Henry Kaiser. Roulette frequently played and recorded with the band Daphne Blue. Freddie Roulette has left us. Freddie was one of the planet's best lap steel players. He was based in blues, but easily crossed other musical boundaries in his playing. I played many gigs with him starting in the mid-70s, and besides being a brilliant player, he had an easy-going personality tempered by his Buddhist beliefs. One of the best-known lap steel players is David Lindley, and he freely credits Freddie for inspiring him to take up lap steel. His health declined over the past 10 years, but he never lost his love of music. Danny Kalakini was a legendary entertainer in Hawaii who became known as the Ambassador of Aloha. After beginning as a performer at hotels including the Hilton Hawaiian Village, Kalakini became famous as the longtime headliner at Oahu's Kahala Hilton. He sang, danced, and joked with the audience, as well as playing the rare Hawaiian nose flute. Known for his mastery of greetings in many languages and his easy rapport with audiences, Kalakini headlined the Kahala Hilton from 1967 until his retirement in 1994, the longest-running tenure of any Hawaiian showroom star. His act was seen by notables including presidents and celebrities. Kalakini also performed in Las Vegas and recorded his music, founding the record label DK Records. He appeared on several episodes of Hawaii Five-0, and in the 1970 movie, The Hawaiians.